Here we are on my own location here at Sugoicon 2008, and I have Shannon and Richard Townsend of O.N.Y. How you guys doing today?
Hi, good. How are you?
Doing very good.
Good, good. Just got back from a panel. How'd that go?
It went really well. Actually, it was fun. We don't usually get a chance to do a lot of like comicking panels for some reason. We do a lot of weird off-kilter stuff because it's fun, but it's neat. It's cool. We've actually had a chance to talk a lot of industry stuff for a change. So
And being able to actually do another panel with other webcomickers is really great.
That's nice.
How did a O.N.Y project begin for you guys?
Yeah. Kind of right here at cons. It started as just kind of us going to conventions and amassing these stories and ideas, and we've made a lot of really great friends over the years, traveling and doing conventions, and we figure what better way to kind of pay homage to our friends and pick on some of them than, creating a comic that involves a lot of our friends and fans. So.
Yeah, and it started out as a giveaway, just, as a business card, and then one individual fan of ours begged us to turn it into a webcomic. We're like, no, we don't want it. No, we don't. Please. Okay. And it just kind of blew up from there.
History from there.
What other cons do you guys do during the year?
This past year, we've done quite a few. We were at Anime Iowa. Usually we do ASIN. We didn't go to ASIN this year because we relocated. I'm from Chicago, but we moved to Detroit. So, what else did we do?
We did JFAX, Sugoicon. You went to OhioCon.
I went to OhioCon. Anime NebraskaCon
is in 2 weeks. We'll be there.
Yeah. So
we've got a couple of cons set up for next year. CowACon, we can say. The other one we can't yet. They haven't announced us yet.
Yeah, so.
But you guys cover the Midwest pretty well then.
Oh,
yeah, we get around. This is our first time here, though. We've never actually been to this con. So.
Well, what do you guys thinking of Sugoi?
I love it. It's been really, really fun so far, and the people here are awesome. That like makes my weekend when people are nice and will talk to you. So.
Yeah, the attendees have been absolutely great. We've
and
really enjoyed it. The
the
staff is wonderful here.
It's been cool so far. So.
What are some of the challenges you guys have had over time with the O.N.Y?
Not killing one another?
Considering we're husband and wife and we work together on a comic, as I just said at the previous panel, at one point there were lawyers on the phone. Divorce was coming close.
I think, yeah, right, I know. Should have got a prenup. But I think the only other thing that really gets frustrating is, everybody has lives outside of everything. So the one challenge I think we have come across is trying to stay on top of the comic, and sometimes updating on time sucks. So we're going to start doing a weblog and like a web podcast so that people have something to do if I don't get an update up. So.
Well, this is our second full-time job. I mean, we use our mundane job, our muggle job, as somebody put it, to pay the bills.
Dork.
This is our fun job, but it's still 2 40-hour-a-week jobs. It gets very difficult.
I just like paying my bills on time. So.
We enjoy it, though. I mean, we still have a lot of fun with it.
Well, how do you guys enjoy interacting with the fans that come to the table at the various cons?
Best part of going to these things. Seriously, like cons are great, and like if it was just all about, hey, I'm going there to make some money or whatever, it'd just be like any other part of the job, But coming to cons and actually like meeting people and talking with them, and I love it when people like bring their artwork to the table and they're like, what do you think of this? It makes me so happy. I'm like, you care what I think. My parents don't even care what I think. So it's awesome. I love interacting with people. It's my favorite thing at cons.
Well, speaking of the same fangirl from earlier that begged us to do the comic, we've seen this girl grow up from age of 12.
Yeah.
7 Anime Iowas in a row we have seen this young girl. And now she's in college, and it's just like, oh my God.
It scares me. I'm like, I'm old. I don't like... She caught up. She caught up with us real fast.
She definitely did. But yeah, just meeting and making new friends is absolutely the best part of conventions for us.
You guys already talked about the one panel. What other panels will you guys be presenting, or that you did present yesterday at this convention?
I'm about to do the edits and manga panel. It's actually a roundtable discussion about the good types of editing that's done in the American release of manga and the very bad edits that are done, and what you can do in a civilized way to make your voice known.
There's an art webcomic. I'm not sure what it's called, but apparently I'm in on that. Drawing Basics. That's coming up. There's a webcomics panel coming up later on tonight. Earlier today we did a Artist Alley 101 and Beyond, which is, kind of all about artist alleys, and I touch on the legalities behind fan art because it's kind of a risky topic, and so.
what current or upcoming projects are you guys be working on later this year and the next year, like the webcast, the podcast you're talking about, and with Otaku no Yen?
Yeah, we're doing what I'm calling the Otaku no Webcast, which is just going to be interviews, fun things that I come across, convention reports. Hey, I'm sick and have the flu and I'm puking, so there's no comic today, that sort of thing. We're going to be doing that. We have a couple of side projects planned. We have a vote incentive comic that's tied into our comic. I try to update maybe 2-3 times a week, but there's plans to maybe put that into a book next year because it's gotten really good response for some bloody reason. I don't know why. It's goofy as hell, but.
And then once we finish up our current storyline, the next storyline is going to be something that we hinted at, start talking about over 2 years ago. It's called Fanboy of the Opera. It's actually a mock of Fan of the Opera at a convention.
Because I'm a big theater dork, and I gotta kind of incorporate the things that I love. It makes it fun, and I know we're planning on getting book 2 out at some point in 2009. So.
And where can fans find you guys on the web?
www.otakunoyen.com. And we have forums and all sorts of stuff, and we actually just opened up a whole section on our forums called the Creative Corner. So if you're a writer or an artist or a musician or whatever the case may be, you're welcome to come to the forums and post your things up. If you want critiques, you can get critiques. Otherwise, you can just hang out with a bunch of dorks like us and hopefully have a good time.
Well, Shannon and Richard, thank you so much for your time, and enjoy the rest of the con.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Take care now.
You too.